Though many who have read the Bible are familiar with its notable stories, most have only a vague idea about its origins. How does the record of the Bible's manuscripts compare with other ancient literature?
How many manuscripts do we actually have? Prior to the invention of the printing press in the 15th century, we have 5,800 Greek manuscripts. Now that's just Greek. We have another 5,000 translations from antiquity, and we have 10,000 Latin translations. All of these writings prior to the invention of the printing press. We have a record of manuscripts relating to the New Testament unparalleled, unrivaled by any other manuscript or writing from antiquity. Thanks to the Dead Sea Scrolls, we now have 38 of the 39 Old Testament books represented either in whole or in part, reaching back to the 1st or 2nd or even in a few cases, 3rd century BC. We've gone back in time more than 1,000 years, and what do we find? The Old Testament text is accurate, it's been carefully copied, and very well preserved. There's no evidence of wild changes, mistakes, things left out, or things added. The record of the biblical manuscripts is simply, in a word, excellent.
Tradition tells us that the Old Testament was written by various Jewish leaders like Moses, David, and Solomon. Also, numerous priests and prophets gave an account of the events throughout Israel's history. Scholars estimate the Bible was written over a span of approximately 1,600 years. The Old Testament, or Hebrew Bible, was divided into 3 parts called the Tanakh.
T-N-K, Tanakh, and what that means, T for Torah, the law, N stands for Nevi'im, the prophets, and K, Ketuvim, the writings. So the law of Moses, 5 books, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, that makes sense. But under the heading of the prophets, they include Joshua, Judges, they include 1st, 2nd Samuel, 1st, 2nd Kings. These are the former, the older prophets, and then the well-known prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and the 12 minor prophets. Everything else, including Daniel, by the way, is included under the 3rd category, the K, the Ketuvim. That's the way the Hebrew Bible does it.
The New Testament was divided into the 4 Gospels, the Acts of the Apostles, the 21 epistles or letters, and the book of Revelation. Written in Greek over a 40 to 50 year period, the authors were all followers of Jesus.